new and exciting poker vlog. We're gonna go to Las Vegas and play in the biggest tournament we've ever played in, biggest buy-in, biggest guaranteed prize pool. Let's hop into it because it's kind of an exciting one. Here we go.
We have made it to Vegas safely, home of the slots and gas station city. We are here to play in the Wynn Signature Series, $1.8 million in guaranteed prizes against all the events. And this one we're playing the $600, $250,000 guaranteed prize pool. So let's jump into it and see some cards. We max late reg into the tournament and get 30,000 starting stack. 30,000, the blinds are 500, 1,000, 1,000. So we start with 30 big blinds. Looking down the small blind at ace-9 off, middle position opens it up to 3,000. Button calls, we defend our big blind. We go to a flop, 2-7-9. We flop top. I don't see a need to balloon this pot, so I check and it checks around. Turn is a 6, and there's still a diamond draw out here, and we don't want to give it away any more free cards. So we lead into the field for 5,000, and it works. We take it down the first hand of the tournament. We pick up a pot. Let's move on. At the same blinds, I'm under the gun +1, and I pick up pocket 3s. I'm okay opening up here because on a high flop, I have range advantage, and if the flop does come low, I have a sneaky pair to either set mine or hit a wheel or what have you. So I open it up to 2,300 and just the big blind defends. Flop comes ace-8-9, 2 hearts. Checks to me, and I again bet 2,500. The big blind comes along for the ride. Probably should have stopped here. This is a point in the hand where I could have said, okay, I'm not putting any more money into the pot. But when the turn comes to 5, I can't help myself when it's checked to me. Then I bet for 6,000. Sure enough, the big blind comes along for the ride. And on the river, I get jammed into. Really nothing I can do here but fold. I maybe could have jammed myself if it was checked to me, but that's just too strong here, so I have to fold. Going against the same opponent, he now is under the gun +1, has opened it to 3,000. I look down at a premium pocket aces, so I click him back to 6,000, hoping to look like a bluff and that he comes over top and shoves. Doesn't take the bait, makes the call. We go to a flop. That's ace high. We spike an ace, flop top set. When it's checked to me, nothing to do here but put the money in when the money getting's good and see if we can get called. And we don't, but I'll take down a pot. If you weren't strapped in already, best do so now. Click it or ticket. We look down at the red pocket 7s. With just a few thousand in our stack, we've got a shove, and I'm clearly so excited for the shove, the camera falls over. Which, I guess, is maybe some type of tell because the player to my left makes the call for the all-in. The button, however, has different plans because the button rejams for about twice my stack size. Folds around back to my player on the left, who calls the all-in. We go 3 ways, all-in. Pocket 7s versus pocket 8s versus pocket 9s. Other player at risk. Flops a set. I turn. An open-ended straight draw. River gives the player to my left a better set, but gives me the straight for a triple up. How you like me now? Cash money, ship it.
Wow. What just happened? What just happened?
No rest for the wicked. We look down at ace-queen off under the gun, and we raise it up to 3,500 at 600, 1,200, 1,200. Folds around to the hijack, who shoves over top. for about 90% of my stack. So what do? After going into the tank for some time, I will leave it to my man in the field to show what happens next.
Oh, the food? Yeah, with 40. Yeah. Thank you.
Pain. Max pain. But we need to get right back in the saddle. Since we're down to crumbs, we pick up pocket sevens, which have been good to us, and the same villain who keeps calling us time and time again wants to try to stack us. Fortunately, we flop a set, get a double up, and let's keep trying to spin this up. Sadly, the spin up doesn't last long because we run in ace king into queens, classic flip. We don't improve on the hand, so say goodbye to bullet number 1. We will fire again tomorrow.
Like 90% to hit.
No rest for the wicked. It's time to hop back into another day 1 of this $250,000 guaranteed and just try to take over. We're playing to make it out, get day 2, make the money, and we go on a bit of a hot run to start the day off.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning.
Here is why building a stack is very important, so you can make big plays at big pots to, well, I guess, keep building your stack. So at the blind levels of 200, 300, 300, under the gun, 3x it to 900. Middle position calls, small blind calls, and me in the big blind look down at ace king off. So I decide to 3-bet here to 2,300, which in hindsight I think is a little bit small. I probably could make this a little larger. All call except for the small blind. So we are going 3 ways to a flop. All hearts that check around. Now remember, we have the ace of hearts. So when the turn is a diamond, check to the under the gun player who bets 1,500. The middle position player calls, and so do I. The river is another diamond. There's no straight, and we're on a queen high board. So I decide to make it 7,000. Again, probably a little small. However, this bluff bet does scream that I'm looking for a call. So under the gun folds, and we go into a long tank by the middle position player. Now, this is important to note that we are on the last hand before the break. So you may notice that some people have got up from the table and left. And this tank takes forever. After one of the longest sweats of my career, We see a fold, and the bluff gets through. We pick up a huge pot going into the first break of the day. I'd like to try something here on this next hand where I let you guys listen in to the sounds, backgrounds, and some of the conversations that happen at the table in the middle of the hand, and be present when we flop the nut straight and see how we navigate live to try to get max value.
Four.
Raise 4,000. Check.
Can I just see? How much is the end for over there?
86. Or 8 on the size. Wait, 42 on the size. 8, 16, 32. 8, 16, 32. Three pair, one pair all in.
Two pair. Straight.
5, 6, 3, 4, straight.
So we are running hot, but unfortunately, because we're running so hot and we play for a very, very long time, between the 2 days that we've been playing, about 20 hours or so, phone batteries die. Phone charging packs die. I don't get any more footage for the rest of the event because my phone dies. So a learning opportunity for next time, but we end up running deep to 56th place. They end up paying the top 46 places, and we bubble the event. So here's to learning for next time. But hey, you know, we've been playing tournament poker for less than a year. We have hit over 15,000 in cashes so far. So here's to hopefully having a good remainder of the year and trying to get to 100K. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.